What's crack-a-lack? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So, and I am feeling ballsy this week with my picks. We did good last week, went 11-5. But if you didn't know, we're here for weekly pick'em. And if it's your first time here, go ahead and become a bro and subscribe. The channel is actually quite awesome. And leave a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. Let's go ahead. Let's dive into this week's pick'ems, because like I said, I'm feeling ballsy. And you'll see it with this first one. We got Texans versus the Buccaneers. I'm going with the Buccaneers, 35-31. I think, this should be a shootout. It's got James Winston. Of course, it's going to be a shootout. It's a 49.5 point over under. I think that's going to go over. And Houston's a 3.5 point favorite. I was surprised with how quick Houston started off last week against Tennessee, but I don't think they kind of like they simmered down heavily in that second half. But I don't think they'll be able to keep up with the Buccaneers, who are actually pretty hot right now. Pretty hot. And then Bills versus Patriots. I'm feeling ballsy. You're welcome, Bills Mafia. I got you winning. 16-13. Over and under is 37.5. That's no surprise. Should be a defensive game. The Patriots are a 6.5 point favorite. I mean, the Patriots, they've kind of gotten let off the hook the past few weeks by their defense. But I think finally Bills fans will be able to say you got a quality win under your belt. Congratulations, Bills fans. Next, we got the Rams versus the 49ers. I'm going with the 49ers. I got them winning 24-17. It's a 6.5. What is it? San Fran's 6.5 point favorite. Over under is 45. And I mean, I don't see how bad that Goff has played against teams that are 500 or better. I mean, he's looked real bad, and they got ran on hardcore last week. I think a little bit more of the same this week, just saying. And then we got the Jaguars versus the Falcons. I got the Falcons winning big, 34-16. The Falcons have looked really good, really competitive the last few weeks. What we kind of expected the Falcons to look like. I think they win this one. They win this one big. That Jags defense is kind of laying down for any and all takers. Next, we got the Browns versus the Ravens. Last time they met, man, Browns won. They were able to escape. Not this time. I think Ravens come back and just mollywop the Browns. Browns have looked terrible this season for the most part. I got them winning 42-17. Ravens are a 10-point favorite. Over under is 47.5. The Ravens might be able to beat that by themselves. Probably not. Just saying. Next, I got another upset. I got another one. Tight ends over the Saints, 24-23. Initially, I had the Saints win this one, but it's in Tennessee. It's outdoors. Drew Brees, he's been putting on a show, but he's been doing it at home. He's been doing it in the safety of a dome. I really like Tannehill's played very well. Since becoming the starter, I think they can win this game in a game that they need to win to keep pace with the Texans and keep their playoff hopes alive. The over and under is 50.5, and the Saints are only a 2.5 point favorite. Next game, we got the Carolina Panthers versus the Colts. This is going to be Will Greer's debut, but I don't think it'll be going good. At least odds are it won't go well. I got Indianapolis winning 24-10. Just odds are I don't think it'll go well. I don't think he's being thrown into action because he's ready. I think he's being thrown into action because just Kyle Allen's looked that bad. And then we got the Dolphins versus the Bengals. Even with Andy Dalton back, I still fins up, man. I want to win for my Dolphins. I know it kind of messes up their whole draft scenario, but I just want to see them win it. Heart to heart real quick with the Dolphins, man. I just want to see y'all do good. And I believe in Ryan Fitzmagic. I got him win 30-24. Dolphins are the 1 point favorite in a 46.5 point over under. Next, we got the Steelers versus the Jets. I got Steelers win 22-17. Over and under is 38. Pittsburgh's a 3 point favorite. Jets, they've looked pretty crappy for the most part of this year. Sam Darnold has looked great, and even if Steelers are getting subpar play from their quarterback position, I think they'll be able to run all over this Jets defense. On to the next, we got the Giants versus the Redskins. Probably this was the toughest game to pick. I got the Giants win this one 27-24. The Redskins, they've looked pretty good recently. But like I said, it was tough. The Redskins are a 2.5-point favorite. It's a 42-point over/under. Like I said, it was a tough game to pick, but I ended up leaning with the Giants in this one, and it really muddles up the beginning of that draft order. Just saying. Next, we got Lions versus the Broncos. I think the Broncos win this one pretty handedly. It doesn't look like it, 28-21, but Detroit's pretty good at scoring at garbage time. So that's what I think it'll happen. Broncos are a 7-point favorite. Over/under is 38.5. Next, we got the Raiders versus the Chargers. They're both teams that have looked just pretty awful last few weeks. But I think the Chargers, they could get it together. They could beat this Raiders team. This Raiders team ain't all that. I got them winning 27-15. Over/under is 45.5, and the Chargers are a 7-point favorite. Next, another tough one to call. Cowboys versus Eagles. I got the Eagles winning. They're at home. I don't think it'll be like their matchup at the beginning of the year. I think the Eagles, they need to win this game. They have to win this game. I got them winning this game 28-24. Like I said, it's at home. I know the Cowboys looked really good last week, but you can only take that at face value, you know? So, yeah, in a must-win game, I have the Eagles. Really must-win for both teams, but I think the Eagles can prevail. Next, we got the Cardinals versus the Seahawks. I hope the Cardinals get mollywopped. After going against them for 2 weeks, after picking them to win 2 weeks, I gave up on them, and I said the Browns were going to beat them. And then they mollywopped the Browns. I hope they get their butts whooped, dude. I hope so bad. And they really should, honestly. Seahawks are a much better team at this point. Over/under is 50, and Seattle is almost a 10-point favorite at 9.5. Chiefs versus Bears. This one, I mean, the Chiefs, it's really by how much are they going to win by? Is Mitch Trubisky going to... Bears, you need a new quarterback. Over/under in this 45. The Kansas City Chiefs, 6-point favorite. I think they'll win by more than that. I don't think Mitchell will look pretty good against a Chief defense that has actually looked quite good recently. And for the Monday night game, Packers versus Chiefs. This one, man, this is going to be a fun game. That offense for the Packers has not looked really good. They've had a really tough time just getting drives to extending drives. So I got Minnesota. They're winning 24-19. Over/under is 45. Minnesota is the 5.5-point favorite. But that's it for the video. Go ahead and let me know who you think's going to win this week. But until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.